So we have 10 and let me check the exercises again. So you guys should be seeing my screen by now. Now we have 10 groups, so I'll be dividing the exercises. Today we're supposed to be looking at exercises 1 to 7. Good. So as I was saying, today we're looking at exercises 1 to 7. And so we'll have three groups presenting today. One group is going to present exercises 1 and 2. Another group will present exercise 3 and 4. And then the last group will present 5, 6, and 7. So in order to know who will be presenting, I'll be using a random number generator. So we have 10 groups, and the fortunate group that will be going first is group number 10. So that group is Robert, Gopal, Mahima, and Hitesh. So one person from that group will share screen their computer, have Spreadsheet open, and Gopal just arrived. So Gopal and Robert, you just arrived. You are now presenting. So whoever is presenting, share screen quickly.
Okay, sir, just now.
Thursday we're doing exercise 1 and 2.
You're part of group 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Group 10 is doing exercise 1 and 2.
Alright.
Alright, let me get the other two groups one time. So the next group is going to be group number 6. So that's going to be Durrani, Khadijah, Tatina, and Unique. You are doing exercises 3 to 4. So get yourself ready for that. Actually, let me see the other group. 7, Keela and Aaron. Alright. So group 6, you are doing exercise 3 and 4, and group 7, you are doing exercises 5, 6, and 7. So get yourself ready for when the other groups are finished.
What is this ringtone?
Wow. Well, once the other partners can present, that's okay. I'm what? Who is presenting? Good. Well, they can present without. Well, hopefully you get current by time then, but they can continue without you though. All right. Yes, group 10. I'm waiting on you. So while that one person is presenting, the other persons in that group will be basically reading the exercise for that person so that everyone in class can follow along. So everyone in class should be looking at that exercise also.
Sir said person that was supposed to be the one presenting. Sir got blacked out.
Who's that person?
The emo.
So none of y'all can present?
A good question. Sir, we got this puzzle, sir.
We weren't prepared for that blackout. Because she was the one that's supposed to screen share.
So none of you have a computer?
Try using
Yeah.
a phone.
So none of you are using a computer?
Sir, no, I use my phone, but my laptop is at my dad's.
Robert?
Hey, alright, Batman. There you go. Sorry, I just walked this.
Look at the bottom, you can see present now. And you share your entire screen.
Hi, boy.
Yeah, we're supposed to be practicing also.
Yes, I was practicing, but pressure is not me kind of thing.
If you're practicing, you would have realized the exercise is not that difficult. That's better. All right, so the remaining person is going to be reading the exercises to him so that the class can hear, go through it slowly, step by step, so that we can see what is what we got to do. Remember, you're presenting so that basically you're teaching the class. You're trying to help persons to see how we can use Spreadsheet and the different features and so on. Whenever you're ready.
Wait, Robert, you got the assignment, everything?
Me open it yet.
Open it.
Robert, what are we waiting on?
Sir, my phone is bombing and taking away.
Your group members will tell you what
Yeah,
you
man, I'm ready.
Sir. Sir Chris.
Yes.
Is the last set the one where we have to practice in purple?
Yes.
Okay, so we gotta read it to Robert and like
Yes.
basically teach the class.
Yes. Basically, yes. So the
Okay,
Gotta
sir.
teach the
two of
class.
you will read it, and Robert gonna follow the instructions.
So we gotta like tell you what to put in E1 to merge each cell, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Oh,
Robert, you ready?
No,
Remember
dog,
your
but let me go.
remember your group
Ready.
so you can help each other.
Okay, so first type the following data in sheet 1. In A1, type donations
it,
collected.
it, don't
Robert already widen
go
the
back there.
cell. Robert, you widen the cell. Okay. And in A3 item, type in bold one time. Highlight the heading one time. Robert, highlight it one time.
No, not yet. Just type in the information.
Just type the information, and then they'll tell you what to do.
Okay, sir. In A4 water, A5 clean food, A6 dry goods, A7 medical supplies,
Just slow down, man.
Hold on.
medical supplies. How far?
No, my pronunciation.
I think Robert skip one more.
No, he's going right so far. Continue.
You sure?
Yeah, B3 received 12,000. Still 9,870, 1,150, 3,500. In C3, ship and date. Type in ship and date. Yeah.
How come you see on Robert screen?
You did.
For real, me see on your screen no more. Yeah, I see on Robert screen. Shoot.
Morning,
Everybody
sir.
proper ready.
Morning, sir. Sorry, earlier I had power outage. That's why they cut off.
Yeah, I was told.
So who presenting, Sir Robert?
Let Robert
I
continue.
don't start.
But me seeing nothing.
And everyone else is seeing.
Something wrong. I gonna come out and join back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gonna come out and join back.
Yeah, do more needed.
Yeah. F3.
Yeah, no, it's seeing.
Where go, boy?
One E1 gag required.
On F1, you got type 4,000.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, there's number one. Number two is March in continuing title donations collected across column A to column B.
Merge it.
Say it.
Yeah, merge
Yeah,
it.
across column A to column B.
Yeah.
Good. So basically, remember we're doing the exercises to see if we understand features in spreadsheet. So for everyone in class, remember to merge and center. You highlight the cells that you want to merge and center as Robert just did, and you select the merge and center option. Continue.
Number three, double click on sheet one.
Rename it as me.
Name it as me.
So other than double clicking, if you also right click on it, right click on main, you will also see other options. You could even copy a sheet, rename the sheet, delete the sheet, or use any other option there. Continue.
Highlight the headings
No,
in row 3
yeah.
and make them bold.
You right click on the cell. Oh,
Yeah.
Good.
Um,
So what Robert just did is a much more effective way of formatting data in your spreadsheet. If you're gonna format a lot of data, a lot of cells with bold, italics, or some sort of formatting, then it's best to highlight those cells and apply the formatting to all of those cells at one time. Continue.
it's
Continue.
Sir, save the spreadsheet as donation, but you said we gotta do exercise too. So don't save it as yet.
So why can't you save it?
Just asking you.
Save it as some log.
Save it as donations.
The man. Save it as thing.
What?
Save it as it without leaving completely.
Save the sheet, Robert.
What?
Donations.
Click X. I don't know. So close that, Robert.
Save.
That is not how you save a document. So closing the document is not the way to save a document. How are you supposed to save a document?
Sir. Sir, if you click the X,
Anyone in the group members, how are you supposed to save the document?
so if you click the X or cancel out Excel, it will show don't save, save. You gotta save it right here.
Yes, it will, but that is not how you're supposed to save a file.
Click File, then Save As.
Oh, will work. Love to see it.
Good. Alright, pause there. So, when you click on File, to save any file, do not close the document in order to save the file. That is not an effective way of saving the file. Because if you want to continue working with the file, then you gotta go find wherever you save it and reopen it. To save a file, click on the back arrow. At the top left, click on the back arrow. To save a file, you go to the File tab, the file at the top left here. Click on that, and you will get two options. Click on File. You have Save and you have Save As. Now, if you're saving a file for the first time, like how we're doing right now, you select the Save option. Select Save. And then you basically look for the location that you want to save it, and you give that file a name. Click on Save.
Press save. And give me to this.
Okay. Click on Browse. And this box will appear. The box will appear to give the file a name, and basically you can select wherever the location you want to save that file. Now click Save. Good. If you look at the top, you will see the name of the file there has now appeared. Donations is at the top. Now, say Robert made a change to this file. How would you guys save the file again with the new changes? Anyone from the group? Robert just made a change to the file. He does add something. Just type anything random, Robert. Good. He added that. Now he needs to save his document. How is he going about to save his documents?
Sir, the save from is can't work. I go from right here.
No, that is not. That is not the save option. That is the quick access toolbar, and it is giving you options that you can put at the top here. You see at the top here it has auto save till at the top. auto save, the back arrow, the save option, and so on. So whatever you click on, whatever has a tick on it, those options appear at the top left here. So if you click on save and see what happens. See that file disappear? See that option disappear? The save option disappeared here. Because that is for the what you want in this toolbar at the top here. So that's not the save option. So how do you save the file? Again,
I go to file and save it from here.
good. So now, when you click on save, the changes would have saved to the document. Now, go back to file. So now we have a document that already has a name. So anytime we need to save any changes, we click on save. We do not click on save as, click back on file. Any changes that we need to save to this document, we click on save. If we click on save as, we are going to basically be creating a new file. So save as is used for when you want to create a new file. Alright, so move on to exercise 2. Y'all gotta hurry up because we're running out of time.
In cell A10, type total quantity of donations.
In a new whole thing.
No, you continue.
Continue in main sheet. In A10, type total quantity of donation. Right. Total quantity of donations, right? I got white in this here. That for white, you know?
Yeah.
Good. So there are two options you have to widen a cell. You have to remember the two. What is the two? Let's describe the two to me.
So I think you could drag it adjacent or something.
Anyone from the group could answer.
Or you could either drag it like this, or you could double click from right here.
Very good. So you either drag it or you double click it to auto fit. Continue quickly.
We done number 2, number 3. In cell B10, type sum, open bracket B4, colon B8, and press enter.
You lost me completely, man.
In cell in B10, type sum, open bracket B4, colon B8, and press enter. Enter. In number 4.
Insert a row at row 6 and enter basic for another donation. Insert a row first.
Alright, should know how to insert a row. Okay.
Type baby formula basic.
Huh?
Baby formula.
In where?
A6. In the same field. 5,000. the date 06 slash 09 slash 2019. Then 3000 shift.
Year.
In cell A12 now, type total quantity of items shipped.
The other
In
groups, if
cell what?
just give me a second. The other groups, if you got it, create a table, create it now so that we don't waste a lot of time because we're running out of time right now. Continue.
Total quantity of items shipped.
Lord, how I did.
Okay, now in V12, type equals sum, open bracket, V4, colon D9, close bracket, enter.
B.
D4, colon D9.
In cell A13, type smallest quantity. In cell B13, type equal min B4 open bracket B4 colon B9 and press enter.
So with cells B11, B12, and B13, what are we learning here?
B11.
B11, the cells that you're now making, right now you're making, what are we learning?
Sorry, like functions.
Y'all are bad at elaborating, you know that, right?
Sorry,
Continue.
functions like min, max, average, sum.
Good. We're learning how to use these functions, right? Continue.
Yes, sir. In cell A14, type largest quantity. A14, largest quantity. In cell B14, type max equal to the max. Open bracket B4 colon B9 and press enter.
Alright, so we can let Hitesh read the rest, because I hear from Hitesh at all.
Alright, good. How far we there?
11.
A 15 types of items donated. Types of items donated.
Wait, what?
Types of items donated. In cell B15, type equal counter. COUNTA counter brackets A4 to A9.
Is that how you pronounce it, Kamta?
Brackets A4 to A9.
Group 10, is that how you pronounce it, Kamta?
Press counter.
A.
Okay.
In cell A16, type number of items shipped by ear.
Don't worry, sorry, Aaron. We'll make time for you.
In cell B, you're counting how much worship by ear. So you press equal count if equal E4, brackets E4 to E9, comma, ear, apostrophe ear, apostrophe, enter. In cell A17, type average quantities shipped. And in B17, want to find the average. So you type equal average, brackets D4 to D9, equals, enter. That's instead of jump rock. So go to cell F1. Go to cell F1, 4,000. And rename it as QTY. In cell F4, go to F4. Type equals if, brackets B4 less than QTY, comma, QTY minus B4, comma, apostrophe.
So, question: why did we name F1 QTY?
Because you use that as a instead of typing in 4,000, you could use it you could just type in QTY because you're gonna use it in other cells too.
Okay, I'll accept that.
I could just renaming it to make it easier.
Continue.
Use autofill feature to copy the function in cell F4 and drag it on to F9. Wait, what? Ain't look right.
Any idea as to why those cells are blank? It is correct what you have, but do you know why
Yeah,
it's correct?
Sir,
because
because
it
more is not needed for the rest.
is
Because what you said, Mima?
Because more is not needed for the rest.
Because more is not needed. What do you mean?
Oh, sir, because them two is the only two less than 4,000.
Okay, but why the rest blank? Why the rest has no value? Open the formula and look at it. Double click on the cell and open the formula. Now remember,
Sir, because apostrophe part empty.
because go back over.
The apostrophe part empty.
Very good, because the apostrophe part is empty. So remember the if function. Remember to always look at the syntax. The if function has three parts. It has a test. So the test is B4 is less than quantity. So if that 12,000 is less than 4,000, if it is true, what's supposed to happen? If the test is true, what will happen?
The rest will mark true if it is.
What is supposed to happen according to the formula?
Sir, if it is less than B4, it'll mark true if you put true in the apostrophe.
But with the formula that we have right now, that you're looking at right now,
Yeah.
if it is true,
Sir, it would leave a blank space.
No, it wouldn't. It would see the difference.
the difference of what?
If it's under 4,000, it'll see the difference to make up 4,000.
Oh, oh.
So tell me exactly what will happen. This is what I'm asking for. Exactly what will happen. Gopal Mahima.
Sir, from F4 to F7, no more is needed to reach 4,000. They have over 4,000. So the rest now, I'm confused. Sir,
What I'm asking, this question is to the entire group. What I'm asking is that the if function has three parts. It has a test. The test is if B4 is less than quantity. If 12,000 is less than 4,000. If that is true, what is supposed to happen based on that formula?
So it is supposed to think true.
If it's what?
It's supposed to be true in the box and more needed.
So you want we explain what going what the formula doing it? That's what you want we do.
I think I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's what I'm asking for.
So all they doing is like water for before it's checking to see if it's lower than QTY, and because it's higher than QTY it can come up as blank, but things like medical supply and so on are actually lower than it. It's it gets a difference that gonna make up the QTY.
That was something of what I was asking for. So that's basically what I was asking for. What is happening in the formula? Because if you understand what is happening in the formula, that means you understand the if function. So the test it is looking for if B4 is less than quantity. If the 12,000 is less than the 4,000. If that is true, what the question I was asking for, what will happen? The true value part that you have there is B4 will be subtracted from quantity.
Yeah.
So B4 is going to be that 12,000 subtract quantity subtracted from that 12,000, and you have your difference there. Now, and then if it is not, you would get a blank cell basically because it has the double quotation mark with nothing inside of it. So, before we move on from this, I would have said before that when we were looking at the if function, the if function is one of the main functions that you would be using. So, is there anyone else that does not understand what is happening with this function here? Anyone in class? Does everyone understand how to use the if function?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The reason why I'm
Yes, sir.
asking is because in future assignments and your SBA, you will be using it. And if you don't understand it now, you'll get a hard time then. And that is why we're doing these exercises so that we can understand how we're using these functions now so that we won't have those problems then. So open back the formula.
Double click on the cell, Robert.
As in what?
To open the formula, starts open the formula, double click.
Once again, remember the if function has three parts. It has a test part first. And if that test is true, if you look right at the bottom of it, the comma is indicating the next part, and whatever isn't true will appear for that true value. And whatever is at the end, behind the last comma, will be the false value. So always look at that when you're creating your if function. Continue, Robert.
It.
Continue the exercise.
All right, number 20. Insert a row at row 8 and enter data for another donation. Torches. Torches, Robert. 8,650. The shipping date is 10 slash
9.
9 2019. 7,000 were shipped by ear. Use autofill feature to copy the function in cell F7 and paste it in F8.
What?
A total, number 22, a total of 3,250 sets medical supply have been donated. Alright, 3,250 sets of medical supplies have now been donated. Update the spreadsheet. So add 3,250 to 1,150 received for medical supplies. You add in 3,250 to that amount.
3,252.
3,250 plus 1,150.
Me forget the numbers consistently.
4,410.
But we'll have to see it.
All right. May continue. Or somebody else continue.
Alone? Oh shoot. Shut up.
All right.
In
Y'all could,
column J,
y'all could stop there. Um,
Thank you, sir.
the next group, group six, we're gonna continue next week. We can stop here for today. Group gonna continue from 22.
okay, sir.
Group
Sir,
six gonna continue from 23. Um, so that gonna be 23, 24, 25. They're gonna do exercise 3 and 4. And the other group, I think there's group 8 or group 7. 7.
sir,
Sir, we're continuing where they left off.
Who is that?
Kadisha.
Yeah. You continue from 23. So you'll do the low and the parts next week.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
sir, with number 22, you think sir, a total of 3,250 never say added. Me read added
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, but that's just had to replace the 1150 with 3250.
Yes, sir. Cause I see 4,410 and I'm left wondering like what is that?
Right. So group 6, you understand what you're doing? You're continuing
Yes, sir.
23, 24, and 25. And exercise 3 and 4. And group 7, you're the next group, right? Aaron?
Yes, sir.
Good. You'll finish off with 5, 6, and 7. All right. So let me just quickly go over today's exercise. So the purpose of today's exercise was to see if we understand the functions. Now, the first function is the sum. So go back to B12, open B12. Robert,
Hmm?
12.
Eh?
Yes.
Eh?
So
Weird. Oh, eh.
sum is the first function that we looked at. Sum is pretty simple. If you look at the bottom, you see the syntax. Equals sum, and in bracket, you put the cells that you want to add. Now we have a range of cells, so that can be B4 to B10. Notice it is also highlighted on the screen. So that shows you what cells are being used. Press the escape key. Good. The next one is min. The next one, okay, that should have been above. Either way, so it's basically like sum equal min, and we have the values inside. And the next one is max. Good. Equal max B4 to B10. Those are basically simple functions. They just have the name with the function, the argument inside of the brackets. Now the next one, B15. They're gonna be A. Yeah, I think I shifted down because you inserted. Let's go back to the 5. Good, count A. So count A, A4 to A9. Why do you have E10? No wonder your answer is wrong. Change it to A10. Good. So why was anyone in class? Why was count A used here instead of count?
Sure, because count A is count the amount of cells with information.
With information,
So
is there a
count
method?
count
Yes.
A counts number and other data.
Number and other
Whereas
data. So
count one
we can just say data in general because remember there are two kinds of data, two types of data in spreadsheet. Yes,
Value.
values and labels. So count A counts both of that, values and labels. So basically any kind of text. Count would only count numbers. So that A that you're seeing at the end would represent the letters, or basically the labels. The next one is average. Good. Average is pretty simple. Equal average, same like sum, and you put the values, the arguments inside of your bracket. Um, the next one is if. So let me go back to that one again. Oh, we then look at if. I think that can be four. Good. So count if is similar to the if function. The if, anytime you see the word if, it is like it's asking a question. It's gonna give a test, and if that test is true, then it's going to do something. So if you look at the bottom for the syntax, you can see it's count if open bracket range. So the range of the data that you want to count, which is going to be E4 to E10, comma, and the criteria. The criteria now is going to be that test, that question you're asking. So what we're asking for is that all of the cells that has the word air, we want that to be counted. So the answer there was 4 because if you look at it, you have 4. Now if you change air to C inside the formula, change air to C. Now it's going to look for C. So press you have 3 results there because the count if is looking for that test, is looking for those words, and if it is true, it will count those cells with those words. Um, and the last one is the if formula. So let's go back to that one again. If it's under more needed,
Oh, no.
under more needed. Good. So once again, the if function has 3 parts. A test part, just like the count if, it has a test. But here we're actually putting the test. If B4 is less than quantity. If that is true, if 12,000 is less than 4,000, basically, what do we want to appear? What do we want to happen? In this formula, we want B4 to be subtracted from quantity. That is a true value. That is what we want if the answer is true. If it is false, then basically nothing appears. So in that quotation mark, Robert, the word false. So that's how you need to think about it when you're creating your if function. Look at the test and think if this test is true, what do I want to happen? I want a calculation. The calculation is going to be quantity subtracted by B4. But if it is false for some reason, I want some sort of answer. So in this case, I want it to be false. So press enter and autofill.
Eh,
Autofill.
man, I messed up.
Robert, please plug in your charger. We want to see what's going on.
Yes, yeah, I realize, I don't watch nothing.
Good. So you see, because false was inside of that false area, the false section. That is why the word false appeared there. So whatever you put in true will show up if the answer is true. Whatever you put in false will show up if the answer is false. So you just have to know now when you're creating your if function, what am I testing? What question am I asking? And what do I want if the answer is true? And what do I want if the answer is false? So we can stop here for today. Is there anyone with any questions on today's exercise? Okay, I thought we would have finished all of the exercise today, and I was going to give an assignment,
Same, sir. Same.
but it seems as though next week Thursday we're going to finish that. And till next week Thursday, I'm going to give the assignment. Because I want us to finish the exercise first, because you need to understand the exercise first before you can go into this assignment. Um, so group 6 and 7, we have to do for next week Thursday. So next week Thursday, you're going to continue the presentation. And yeah, so we shall end here for today. If you guys don't have any other questions, you are free to leave. Enjoy your lunch.
Bye,
Have a good
sir.
day, sir.
You too.
Sir, just now in this class, sir, and the devil has done the role, sir, and I can almost